wanted to be right. That's why I started this channel to begin with. I grew up in a way where my insecure was based around being of value and worth to someone else. So for me to do that, I started to analyze and understand people. And that wasn't like the entirety of why I did it. I just liked interacting with people. I liked talking to people. I liked understanding people. I liked getting to know people. I liked knowing things. But with my insecure, I felt like if I could prove that I could see you, if I could prove that I could understand you, and not only that, but if I could prove that I could fix you, fix things for you, if I could prove that I was right about you, then I could stay. It meant that I had a place in someone else's life. And for a long time, I've been moving away from that aspect of thinking. It doesn't have a place in my life anymore. It doesn't serve anything anymore. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. But like with everything else in my life that I have been like healing from and getting better from, these things take time to feel better. And I needed time to understand the old foundation so that way I could establish a healthier one. And I got to this point where I understood that I wanted to be right about people. And that thought process is still pervading for a long time. So that's when I started this channel. I still had that thought process in my head. And even when I started this channel, I was still kind of in that mindset of I need to be right. I need to be right. I need to convey this in a way where I was telling you what to think. And that thought process just isn't working for me anymore. And that's why my videos have been taking so long in between to be able to get done, because I was just stuck in this mindset of like, oh, I started this in order to tell other people about themselves instead of telling other people about me and creating a space where people could sit and relate. Because the whole point of this was to create something for people to be able to relate to, so that way people didn't feel like they were just doing this by themselves. For people to see someone sharing something genuine and hopefully realizing, hey, like maybe I'm not alone in this shit that I'm in right now. Because I remember feeling like I was alone in the shit that I was in. And the only place I could stay, that was the only place I could be until I realized I'm not. But my problem was I needed to be right. Because me being right means that I can stay. That's why it's taking me so long to make videos. That's why I made my first video. And then 8 months later, I made another one. And I think it was like 9 months, maybe 5 months. I know that's a big gap between the two. I just don't remember. But it was 5 to 9 months after that I made another one. And I've made shorts in between, but that's different. It's not the extended videos I've been doing. But it's been an extended amount of time in between. And I know that the audience that I have here is very small. And I'm grateful to those of you who are here, who will probably sit through and watch this video. Because it's not about the audience being small. It's not about that at all. Or me trying to put up numbers and get likes or subs or, the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. It's not about that. I wanted to make something genuine and I was not doing that. That's why it's taken so long in between videos for me to get stuff done. Because it didn't feel completely genuine or right. At least not in the way that I wanted it to be. I guess that's why I'm making this video. I'm gonna make videos like this. I'm just gonna call them nuanced thoughts, honestly. But I'm making this video to recognize the fact of what I was doing that has been holding me back. and how it was just kind of like an echo of where I used to be with myself. What I was doing was an echo of where I used to be. And I'm just not there in that space anymore. Like it just doesn't work for me anymore. And it hasn't worked in a very long time. But this sitting down and talking and sharing, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sitting down and being genuine and just sharing a thought with someone. Because like in my best moments in life, some of my favorite moments in life was spent just being genuine and sitting and being still and just talking. And I don't need to tell everybody everything. I understand that. I know there's people who are going to say, oh, you don't have to like share this or explain this, stuff like that. I don't need to express everything. I don't need to say everything that's on my mind. But when I do speak, I speak with intention. I speak with a point to say something, at least in moments like this, and I want this more. And that's why I'm making this video. Because the way that I was doing things was not working. Even with the videos that I've made, I've had people and friends watch my videos and say they were really well done. They were really well videographed, presented, scripted, choreographed, whatever number of words you can use to describe a video, like the script, the wording, the writing, the presentation was good. It was excellent. And I believed them and I appreciate it. And I told them, thank you, because that means a lot to me. But a part of me still felt bad because there was still something missing, and this is what it was. And I have to change, not change. I have to evolve how I process this and what I want to do. But I can still do this genuinely raw, but I can still be right. But I have to be right about the only thing that I know how to be right about. And that is being genuine about this and primarily about me. And I'm not saying I wasn't being genuine before, because I was. But something about it just felt off. I was approaching this from an angle I didn't entirely believe in anymore based on what my ego said it should be. I did what everybody else did. I got online. I looked at the how-tos and what you should be making, stuff like that. And like, this is me recognizing that something was off. So going forward, the dynamic of how I approach this is going to change. I'm still going to do like the story format style that I have, where in my videos it's broken down into 3 parts based around a certain subject and how I went from point A to point B, which is a transition to the end point, which is part 3 or part C. I think I did a number, I don't remember. But how I deliver it in terms of how I write and speak are going to be different. I want how I present this to be more like this, more just genuine. I also want to get away from the secular point of like just doing philosophy that I said. Damn, how many times did I just say just? I don't know. Anyways, doing just philosophy because I want to be able to sit down and just have thoughts like this. Like I want to be able to sit down in front of a camera and share a thought about a subject. And it be raw. It be no script, no noise, just like an actual conversation where I'm just like existing and throwing something out there. Not for the sake of throwing something up on YouTube, but because I just want to make something. I want to create something. I want to share something. I want to share a thought. I've had more thoughts in the past, what is this right now, May? This might go up in June. I've had more thoughts in the past 7-8 months that have been so quietly profound to who I am as a person than I have in a long time. And I've been in counseling for the past 5 years, and I've had some very deep breakthroughs. And that's why I'm saying something, because this means more to me. In the past 6 years, I've been in counseling since my dad has passed away. And in the past 8 months, things have been so transformative for me. And I just want to be able to share those thoughts and not have to worry about, am I presenting this right? Am I building this up right? Is this thought right? The pacing, am I saying anything, whatever, am I saying this right? Stuff like that. I want to get away from that. Because it feels like I'm limiting myself by not having these in-between moments to create something. I'm gonna start sharing my poetry again because, well, I mean, I have started sharing my poetry already, but I have not shared my poetry genuinely publicly for anybody outside of maybe a few moments with friends or the few that I posted here on YouTube for the better part of, I want to say, almost like 20 years. And a good portion of that time, I was not even writing. But I'm at this point now where it's just like, I don't want to do it because I need someone to hear me. I don't want to do it because I need to be seen or need to have someone hear me and read my poetry or see my videos and say, man, I'm really proud of you. I need to do this because I'm proud of me. I need to do this because I need to be creative because that's what makes me feel good. I need to do it just for the simple fact that I want to. And I know I don't need to make this video. I know I don't need to explain this, but again, I want to. This is part of me wanting to create something. So with that, there's some dynamics of things that need to change on how I present and write scripts in my videos. I can't do the what's called future promising thing anymore, where I make a video, I'm like, yeah, hey, so you guys know I'm gonna be more consistent with this going into the future. Like, I'm gonna do this in this time frame, da da da. Like, it's gonna be out by this time. I can't do that anymore. I enjoy doing this, but I need to do it on my time. If I know when a video is gonna be out that I'm working on, I'll put it out. I'll let you guys know. But I want to do the whole algorithm thing where it's like, yeah, you're going to post a video every week to stay consistent. You need to do this to take this seriously. I don't give a shit. I don't. Thinking that way is so exhausting. Like, me being creative should not be a bargaining chip for my creativity. That's such an insurmountable pressure sitting on your neck every time you want to create something just because I can. Like, I don't want to do that. To the people out there who are established, or even smaller creators who are established, who do that, who have a set schedule, who have a regimen, who has everything planned out, good for you. You are a different breed of person, and I applaud you for being able to do that. For me personally, I just can't do that. And I know that people expect me to do that when I tell them that this is something I enjoy doing, but I just can't. Because it forces me into a corner of having to possibly make something I don't believe in. You know, if I get a video done with poetry on it, that video might be 2-3 minutes long, maybe 5, depending on how I'm feeling that day. If I do a philosophy video, that can be 30 to 40 minutes. The past few I've done have gotten longer and longer. But that's just because of how they are, because of how I want to present them. I want to tell a story. I want to be able to sit down for a block of time and just share something with you, because I like doing that. There might be videos like this where I just sit down in front of the camera and I just talk. I just share a thought that I had, and they can be 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know. There won't be any reason to them other than the fact that I want to create. but I'm just gonna make what I want to make and stop confining myself to this archetype of what I'm supposed to be and just start doing what I want to do because that's just feels right to me. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I need to say, but I finally got to say it, and I'm happy that I made time to say it. This is the second time I try to record this video. I know I'm talking a little bit faster, but I made time to say what I need to say because this just feels better to me. I have one more video that I have the script done for that I've been sitting on for months now, literally months. And I can't, I haven't touched it. I have a specific idea of how I want it to work out that would take a bit more intuitiveness from who's ever watching it. You might have to do a little bit of digging, and I'll tell you when you have to do it in the video. It will be interesting. But a part of me is like, am I gonna scrap this? Or am I actually gonna use it? And I don't want to scrap it. I might just like tweak the script a little bit so that way it's more reflective of where I am. But I do want to tweak the script. Or I don't know. I mean, I might just leave it the way it is. I haven't decided. I don't think it's a bad script, but I just think once I get that one done, I'm going to be doing things a little differently. Give me a bit more creative breathing room to exist instead of just staying in a certain lane of who I'm not supposed to be. And in that way, I'm still I'm still doing what I wanted to do to begin with, which is I wanted to be right. But going forward, being right doesn't mean being right about you. It means being right by me. And for me, that just means presenting this in a way that I enjoy doing, in a more authentic, genuine way. And I'm okay with that. And if you watch this and you can relate to this, then that just makes me happier because it means you hopefully can find some recognition in the fact that you're not the only one going through this. And this isn't like a prescription to be better for your life, but maybe it can give you some leeway into how you can approach yours and make it better for you. But at the end of the day, this will still be me, just being me. And I like that thought a lot. Saying that made me feel a lot more relaxed. I feel a lot more, I feel less tense now thinking about this. So, yeah, honestly, that's it. I feel better. I got it out. It's out of my system. So, I feel better. And for everything going forward, if you're here already and you stayed and you've been waiting patiently, I appreciate you. Everything's going to come as it goes. And if you're new here, I appreciate you for being here. Yeah. That's just a thought I wanted to share.